Hi, everybody. It's me, Auntie Jubilee. How you doing, all? Well, I'm here today. I haven't been around for a while because I've been busy doing things. I also was working on another one of my big stuff movies. I just put it up yesterday called Horsing Around. And I also been working on things for Aaron. I have orders for these little what do you call Antioch spiders dolls that I've been making. I poured about 4 of them. So I'm going to do a live video of how I paint these little details on these little tiny faces as I'm talking to you, so you can see how much work goes in them. That's why it takes a while for me to make these things. I only have one mold, so I got to wait to pour it, wait for it to dry, take it out, pour another one. I finally got 4 of them made. So I've been busy. I've been making some puppets, so the arrow puppets. I got some of them already cut out. Still looking for some fabric that I need to match the colors. I mean, I got a house full of fabric, but the thing is to have the right color. You could go crazy. You can have thousands and thousands of yards of fabric, but you don't have the color you're looking for. I don't like when that happens. Well, I still got to search for certain colors so I can finish them off. That's what's taking me time. So everybody, I'm working on orders. I'm getting busy. I'll find it. I'll just keep working. you know, I didn't know I was going to get this many orders on these things. I just made the first one just to sell with a set. And then everybody liked the spider. And I said, oh, okay, I'll make some for a couple for to sell. And then it became a big thing. And everybody likes these spiders. I guess Antioch spider was popular in the rocket fire explosion. I didn't know that little spider comes down from the cloud with that little birthday cake. Well, I'm going to show you all the work that goes into my painting. All the many feet that I got to paint for the spider. I get 8 of these for each one I have to paint. It's a lot of work. It takes time. So the one who's waiting for the spider, well, I'm working on it now. I still got to get some pipe cleaners also. It's hard to find the color pipe cleaners you're looking for. They only sell certain color pipe cleaners at certain times of the year, I notice. To get a package of just pure black pipe cleaners or pure brown pipe cleaners, it's hard to find. Because if I buy the package, all the color pipe cleaners, there are like 2 or 3 black ones. That's not. I need to find packages that have solid colors. And I don't get out much to stores because of the coronavirus. I don't like traveling different places. I take it careful. You got to be careful today. I know when you finally do get out to go to a store to look for something, they never have anything on the shelves. So it's like, so I'm sorry if things are taking time. That's my problem I have. So as soon as I gotta get somebody to drive me to maybe Walmart has another order of pipe cleaners in, and I don't know, maybe I could get them. Or maybe the Dollar Tree has them. Sometimes it's hard to find. I don't know which store to go to. Sometimes Dollar Tree has them or the colors I'm looking for, but well, we're gonna paint the head. Usually the hat is white. I know some of you people probably don't know him. Oh, by the way, Dylan, if you're looking at me live, thank you for the sewing machine. You gave me a sewing machine through the mail the other day, and I've still got to figure out how to work it. I've been at church today, so I had to come back home, get something to eat, and had to paint these spiders first. So I have an order for a spider. Somebody's waiting for it, and I'm trying to get this done. And then I have to go back to the puppets. I got to try to get the fabric. So I'm just going to show you how long it takes to paint this stuff as I'm talking to you. So if anybody wants to come on, there I am. I know it's Sunday. See, I'm painting the hats on the spiders' heads. Right now, I get each one. I got 4 of them. So you'll see how long it takes for me to paint all this. and I paint. I do everything by hand. So if I'm not looking up at you guys, you can understand that I'm painting. I'm going live just to show the people that I'm working on these things and how long it takes to make them. I don't like rushing my jobs. I like to give people good quality work. I mean, what good is if I'm just rushed to get it done just to make the money? Now, I don't do that. I want to give a good product, so I'm going to make sure it looks good. If it don't look good, I do it again until it comes out right. I mean, I wouldn't want something that's half-fast done, right? I don't think anybody should accept anything that's half-fast. Now I'm painting the birthday cakes. Let's see. I'm frosting the cake. See, that's a little cake with the candle. I'm giving it some frosting. Yeah. The paint's the frosting. It's just the frosting on the cake, you remember saying? Let's see, that one is another white one. Yeah, okay. I also have one over there so I can remember how to paint it. I forgot to take it down. It's on my rocket fire show. You always have to have a control piece in front of you so you know what you painted. Sorry, I make them all look the same. I didn't think I was going to make hundreds of these guys. But the way it looks, yeah. I got to figure out how to make a duplicate of the mold. Hello. I hope you are having a great day, Archie. Yes, I am. I'm having fun. I'm painting the Antioch spiders for Aaron. I have an order for these little tiny spiders. I'm painting the birthday cake. I'm just showing how much detail and how long it takes to paint 4 sets of spiders and how much work goes into one of these little spiders. It does take time. It's a birthday cake. I frosted the cake, you see. Now we I'll make sure that's good. Oh, that was the light bulbs messed up on them. Like I get somebody to help me put the bulbs up there. I can't climb. Um, you know how those things happen. uh, we're forcing the next cake now. Sonic Robin, that looks good. It looks good. This looks good. The cake looks good to eat. Got the cake by the candle. You know what also reminds me of a little tiny hat. That's the hat. That's the cake for the spider. I'll show you what I'm making after I paint these. After I finish the white. What I do is I do one color at a time on everything. And then I go and I do the next color. I wish I had a better camera. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. It's hard for me to look up at the computer and paint. So I'm basically I'm doing this video to show the people how long it takes me to make this paint for these. So people realize why it takes so long. Don't forget every one of these little tiny itsy bitsy things. Hand painted, hand sewn, hand put together. None of this is machined. I have to pour the rubber. I make a mold first out of clay, and I sculpture all these pieces. Then I make like a plaster mold, and then I pour the rubber in it. And I have to wait for the rubber to dry, and then I pull them out. And when they come out, I got to trim them all. And then I got like a toothpick for the candle on the top. And I put the candles in, and then I paint them. Then I have to make cut out the bodies of the spiders and then sew them up and stuff them and add the pipe cleaner feet. And when the shoes are done, I put the shoes on. Then I sew it together, put the heads on and all. All that's got to be hand done. I don't glue it on because if I glue the head on, the head will. Or if I try to do that to make it easier way to make it, and it falls apart. So I don't do it that way. I pop holes and twist the wires, and I hand sew it. That's why my toys don't fall apart. Yeah, I try to make it the best I can. But what I got, of course, I have to make do what I got. I'm an artist. I recycle stuff. I make things out of other things, and that's how I make stuff. Did any of you see my movie Horsing Around, the new Big Stuff cartoon? I just uploaded yesterday. I finally finished it. And then I did a New Year's video, and then a short Christmas one. Then I did Big Stuff, Biggie 2020 Journey, a hazy journey where it was like a takeoff with a Fantastic Voyage, where Big Stuff helps Haze. I went through one of Jim's adventures. I don't want to give away the whole story, but when you look at it, you'll see it's funny. Not to mention the other one, I did Swack It, and then I did the other movie. I made so many of them, I can't try to keep track. Swack It. What was the other one? Oh, and then the Unseen World, Spider Fish in the Unseen World. But also, that was amazing how I did all those movies in such a short time. It used to take me about that long just to make a 19-minute cartoon years ago when I used to hand paint each cell. Like I'm hand painting each one of these, my original cartoons. I used to hand paint every cell one by one. Now, Wednesday, the January 27th, will be my 48th year anniversary of doing my very first animated cartoon that I first learned how to animate. I was way back in 1975 where I firstly animated my first cartoon. Of course, I used a guy called Sam at that time because I was getting ready before I was getting ready to make Alignment, which is the movie with Big Stuff. I wanted to make sure my animation was down good before I put all the work and effort into a full-length movie. At that time, it was an 18-minute movie was considered it was on movie film. In the beginning, I used movie film, and that's what it was, my medium I used then, with a camera that I had to click each frame separately and pose it. And that's how I do my first animations. Let's see, where I put the other thing to put those pieces in. Oh boy, I'm looking for something. Oh, it's over here. And when you got a lot of things around, you have to look for it. Yep. Yeah. Now I got to paint the little hands. Put everything here to dry. If you see them, I'll show you what I'm doing when I put it together. It's hard to show you what I'm doing. See, I lay all the things down on here. I have to keep everything separate so I know which set goes to. They got all the cakes I painted. So that's the first color on everything, the white. So I gotta let those dry over there. Now I gotta do all the hands. These little eensy beensy teensy weensy hands, these little hands. Little mittens, hands. I gotta paint these now. And paint little itsy bitsy teensy weensy things. And then I have to pop holes through them. Stick the wires through. Like a little itsy bitsy hand. See if this works. See, I gotta get paint on me if I do it that way. See how it works. I'll try all these new methods out. Paint in the mitts. See, now we painted the hand wrapped. I gotta push it off. And I have to push it in. I gotta paint. This is the messy part. Try to paint small things out. I thought that would work, but it's not easy to get it off there without it smudging. Okay, I was trying to figure that out and the paint like this and handle for white paint, but I guess the better way is to do it the way I've been doing it. Okay, right there. Do my hearing, heading out. Oh, gee, I have fun keep heading out. Oh, gee, have fun. Keep making art. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Let me show you what I'm making. I'm sure everybody's wondering what I'm working on. Let me paint this one here before you leave, before you head out. Let me put that hand down. I'll show you what all this is. Hold a second. Watch my boys for a second. They wiggle woggle. And I wiggle woggle out. Yeah. This is my control piece. See, that's what I'm making. You made this the cake, this the hands. See all those feet you gotta put on them? It's a spider, see? Antioch the spider. I'm Antioch the spider. And I'm Porter the Rocky Fire. I'm a birthday spider. Is it your birthday? It was Rosalie's birthday, January 9th. And I'm the birthday spider. I give you that close up. You try these little feet I had to paint. And I put the feet on there and we got to see what the feet, how they all go on. That's the little spider. I'm an itty bitty spider up the road. So that's what I'm making. Yep. Well, it takes time to paint all these little guys, all these little parts. Spiders. They have to have 8 legs. Boy, oh boy. It's 8 times harder. Yeah. Get it? So I'm painting all the hands. Hey, little mittens. I'm also paint my fingers too. Let me see if I can see some of them. Yeah. You haven't seen them yet, but you add them to your wish list. Well, if anybody wants to order any of these spiders, just go to Aaron's. Go. I guess he does it on eBay. Rocket Fire Explosion merchandise, and he's selling these from RG Jubilee. RG Jubilee's Antioch spiders, and then you can get them. Also, I'm doing Earl puppets. Also, soon I'm going to be probably doing my own merchandising on my big stuff cartoons. Now I know somebody wrote to me on one of my blogs on the thing there, and they were asking me if I had any of my videos for sale. Well, I'm working on that. I have to see how I could produce the DVDs of my cartoons and get them all published. But you know what? All the money that I was saving for all that and air conditioner and everything, I recently told you I had a money scam, so I lost a lot of money. So I don't really have any money right now to do that, so it's going to take a long time. So I have to make sure I have I have to make sure all the copyright information of publishing is all there on my cartoons. My cartoon is copyrighted, but the stories have to also be copyrighted. See, not only just the characters. I just have all the characters copyrighted. Uh, because and a couple of stories were copyrighted. The Apollo 13, The Legacy Lives On movie, and because that story was the one that was one I because it took me so long to figure out how to do the copyright. I had a friend of mine to show me how it was done, and so my friend helped me do that. Because I've been wanting to copyright everything from the beginning, but I just couldn't figure out how to do it. I was only 11 years old. I mean, when I first made the Apollo 13 cartoons, the story and the idea and everything, I mean, I made it the same year as the mission. Actually, I was thinking of I had the whole idea in my mind before the mission even splashed down that I was going to make cartoons on those astronauts. Because I also made cartoons on the Apollo 11 astronauts at that time too, in '69. But after seeing Apollo 13 and seeing their personalities and liking the astronauts a lot, and the story and everything, the adventure, the history of it all, and the excitement that went on. It was the most out of this world rescue mission in history. As a little kid, I was, we were glued to the TV 24/7. I said, I got to make a cartoon on these guys. I just need a picture of them because at that time I didn't have any pictures. And I finally got a picture of them. Actually, I had to go to the dentist. I didn't want to go to the dentist because because I started hurting me also before the mission came home. I said I didn't want to miss anything on the Apollo 13. My doctor said, my father said, I'll go let you stay to see the whole mission, but when they get back home, you got to promise me you go to the dentist and we'll make you an appointment, schedule an appointment. And I said, okay. Because, a kid doesn't want to go to the dentist, especially when you have to fill cavities and go, you know how that is. Forget I was an 11-year-old kid. And, the thought of getting that drill in my mouth again, all that blah, blah, and all that other stuff. I mean, I did like my dentist. He was a very nice guy. So after the mission, I went to the dentist office. Guess what? On the magazine rack, or on the table, I would say, he had a Newsweek magazine. And I had a picture of the Apollo 13 astronauts. And my mind said, I wish I had a picture of them. Well, me and the dentist were great friends and all. I asked him, oh, I want to make a cartoon of these. Can I please have, and he gave me the magazine. So this is the original magazine that started off the big stuff thing. This is the cover of the magazine. As you can see, these guys have went through a lot. This picture's been everywhere where I've been. So we had a lot of journeys together. As a little kid, that was my babies. So cool. Hi, Rick. How are you doing? Hey, hi, everybody. Rudy. Magenta. I think I'm reading your name. It's hard to see the names. Denmark. Denmark. He had to leave. I think he's Sonic Robin. Hi. The more. The more ink. I wish I could see the. You know what it is? These glasses are good for painting clothes and everything, but to see the little words because it's so tiny in the corner, and and because I'm dyslexic, it makes it hard to remember. So if I get your names mixed up, please forgive me. I'm not good at reading names, and I'm not good at spelling. How do I do stories in my movies? Well, I just act it out. When I was a kid, that's how I did all the stories. I wish I had knew how to animate when I was 11 years old. If I were to animate every story I did with these boys in the 50 years, I would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. But unfortunately, I didn't know how to animate then. But you know what? It is so much easier for me to animate an animated cartoon story and to put the story together through the animation than it is for me to write the story down on a piece of paper and make it as a book. It takes more work to make sure every word is spelled right, every punctuation is spelled right. It takes more effort and energy out of me to do that than it does to just make the movie already. So that's what I do. Uh, ain't that funny? Yeah, that's amazing, right? And now get to the black pack, the spider's face. Yeah. So I'm just letting you see how long it takes to do this stuff. It's a job. Excuse me, need to drink that. Glasses getting away when I have a drink. I pick them up. Let me go back to the little spider's faces. This is a little spider. Hello, I am the spider. I can get my face painted now. So what I do is I hold it little nosy and I paint them. And put all the black background on it first. And then I have to put my fingers inside like that so I can hold it without smudging the color. And I had to paint it. Oh, I don't know why somebody's shooting fireworks right now. I'm making my dog bark. You hear those fireworks? I don't know who's doing that and why they're doing that. And I have no idea. So I have to paint the face black like that. Now I gotta do the other one. I mean, that made me jump in the middle of painting. That's uncalled for. Now it's 4th of July. No celebration, not that I know of. The only firecracker I knew that was supposed to go up today was a rocket launch. I mean, you saw the rocket launch. I know. I'm just talking out. I had to paint these because I'm trying to get an order done. Somebody's waiting for it, and it's been a while. I'm trying to finish off the puppets also. I'm making Earl puppets also at the same time. I was finishing off a movie at the same time, and then I'm gotta clean up my house at the same time, and the normal things that you have to do in the same time. Yeah, day's not long enough. Oh, okay. I forgot to put the power on my computer. It gave me what do you call it? A reminder that my power was dying on my battery. Well, I put the power on, so I'm not going to go off. Don't worry. I just clicked it back on. Well, got another face painted. Now paint the other face. You know, the part that really drives me crazy painting is all those little feet. And I have to put all the pieces on at that dress and the red on it. And, yeah. Painting the other face. I'll show you some of the oil dolls too that I'm doing. After I get to a point that I gotta wait for something to dry here, I'll show you the oil puppets. Show you what the other thing is I'm talking about. If you're a rocket fire explosion fan, you'll probably know what the oil puppet is. It's the puppet that the wolf character, which is called Ralph the Wolf, the puppet that he holds in his hand. That's the puppets I'm making. I'm making those for Aaron. He commissioned me to do it. I mean, I won't do it without copyright permission. You know, he let me do it. Yeah, and he's been getting the orders from me, so I'm the only one that could do that now. To let you know, because I have to pay royalties. For each item that I sell. Because this is not my own copyrighted character. Now, when I make merchandise on my own cartoons, like Big Stuff and Eclipsio and Embryo and Zygo and Jim and Hayes, all the Apollo Teen cartoon characters, and all my other characters, the Quest characters, Logos the Lion, and whatever's my own original cartoons, let's say. That is my own production, my own copyright. And it's easy. But if anybody wants me to make anything, I do make things to order, but I can't make anything on somebody else's copyright without their permissions, to let you know. Because I don't want to make money on somebody else's items that belongs to them, unless I got their permission. And then, of course, to get that permission, you got to pay a royalty. And they're entitled to commission because they're the original designer of the character. I mean, this may be my design or my way of making the spider called Antioch, but this spider is not my cartoon character, so this is Aaron's. But I do got the funniest thing. I was going back to my cartoons way back when I was a kid, 1964, 65, when I was a little kid. I do have a cartoon of my own, a spider. His name is Webby the Spider. So people are interested in spiders, and I can make Webby the Spiders also. It's just to let you know, Webby the Spider. I'll show you what he looks like too later on. I have to make a doll first. I'm going to show you what he looks like. Webby the Spider is my own cartoon character. I was about, I think I was 6 years old when I made that one. Super Frog. The frogs, those are all my own cartoon characters. That's other characters of mine. Then I got, of course, the Quest characters, which is Revelation, and Logos the Lion. Those are all my characters. Oh, by the way, talking about characters, did you see my new movie of the Apollo 13 astronauts called Horsing Around? There's the new movie I just made, and I uploaded it. It's called Horsing Around. Check this one out. It's very funny. When I was 1995, I had a funny idea because the Polo Team patch, they had horses on, and their horses were supposed to be the astronauts coming from Earth to the moon to come back and give knowledge to the Apollo. Yeah, that's what they symbol on their logo was, the patch. I said, what would the Apollo 13 astronauts look like if they were horses? Here's Jim Lovell. Here's Fred Hayes. And of course, there's Jack Swagger, the big stuff. Yeah. So when you see this, you'll see how in the world did the astronauts become horses? Well, you got to look at the movie and you'll find out. And also, like I say, I always decorate my DVDs. This is a DVD. Now, when I do publish these, I'll let you know if once I get all the promo. Eventually, I would have the merchandise of my big stuff cartoons available, but I ain't gonna be until a while because it's gonna take me time to get it all laid out. I gotta make sure each and every one of my stories are protected as much as along with my cartoons characters. You have to when you have an existing copyright of a character and you add something to it, you always have to take out another copyright with the new stuff you add to it. It's a long process. It takes time. So in the future, and if everything goes right, and I get enough people that are interested in it, and I get back some of the money I lost from the scammer, I can do it. I was hoping to do that for the 50th year, but the scam ruined me. And I also stopped me from making some animatronics I want to work on. I would love to have a copy of your cartoons. Yeah, well, it's going to take a while. Like I said, I got to publish them and get them ready. I may have them available all around, if I get enough people, enough supporters that love my big stuff cartoons, and you really love my cartoons, you got to give me the likes. You got to, write comments on the videos. And I look at that all the time. I check out how many people see the movies. I see a lot of people see the movie, but I don't have enough. You got to give me thumbs ups. I don't get a lot of thumbs ups. I won't do it because I got to have a lot of thumbs ups. That's how I know that people are going to want to buy these things because it costs a lot of money to publish each one. It would cost me like maybe $500 to publish each movie. If I'm good, that's only to make 100 copies. Now, if I'm going to invest $500 to make 100 DVDs, I got to make sure I can sell those. So I can get back my money so I can make the next set. So that's how I have to do it, And of course, I have to worry about shipping, handling, whoever's going to sell them for me, fees, because I'm going to have somebody professional do the selling for me because it's too techy for my brain to mathematically do. And I got to make sure I got a person I can trust to do that. There's so much that goes behind doing it, but as soon as I can get it all done, I get enough thumbs up, I'll go for it. But you need a lot of money. I got to take out the copyrights of each story. It's about 70. I need a couple of $1,000 to get started, which I lost in a money scam. I mean, I have a broken air conditioner too. So the money I was saving for to produce the big stuff cartoons and stuff and my products, I thought I thought that money was going to go for the new. My air conditioner broke down, so I needed to buy the air conditioner. But because I invested money to get the air conditioner, which was a scam, I didn't get no air conditioner, and I lost all the money. So that's what happened. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Dylan Burns. Thank you, Dylan Burns. He was so kind. He saw my YouTube video, and he sent me a sewing machine to help me sew up some of the toys. I had to figure it out yet because there's no manual to it, but he gave me a manual on email. So after I finish getting this work done, because I'm behind schedule, I'll have to figure out how to work the machine so I can sew the rest of the puppets to make it zoom them faster. But still, even though I can sew some of it. There's a lot of the still I got to hand sew, like sewing the eyes and sewing the nose on and sewing the inside of the mouth, skin. But it will make my job faster. Believe me, it will. And as soon as I get that working, I'll be a very good production. See, I want to also produce products on all my cartoon characters. Where I'll be making Eclipsio dolls. I was Thomas' idea of the Eclipsio flashlight. If you remember one of my videos, there was a flashlight I had that shines an eclipse on the ceiling. I don't know if it will show up right now. I'm going to show you something funny. This is a flashlight. Put batteries in it. It was a dark day, lights went out. I went to turn the flashlight on. Look what happened. I don't know if it shows. Yeah, it will show up. Let me see if I can get the angle. Big stuff. Get out of the way. You see that in the background? What does that look like? Doesn't that look like an eclipse? Look at that. I got eclipse flashlight. I thought eclipse was big stuff. You're in the way. There we go. My astronauts are in the way. I'm trying to show you. See that? Doesn't that look like an eclipse? Look at that. Is it an eclipse? It's an eclipse flashlight. I don't know. You think that you need to get light. No, not eclipse. So I don't know. What more on this flashlight? Something with the way they made the bulb, maybe. It was kind of funny, and it also was a flashlight. Was nice because it was my favorite color was turquoise. So I gave it this as a gift. Oh, it's beautiful flashlight. Put the batteries in it. Oh, look at eclipse. There's no light, but it comes out very dim light. And what is that? You can't see it, but I don't. I got my own planetarium in the flashlight. That's funny, isn't it? That gave me an idea to make eclipse flashlights. I got to figure out how I did that. Ain't that the funniest thing? Have you ever did see that? That's a cool flashlight, right? 1 in a million, I bet. You know. I gotta make Eclipsio. That'll be cute. Picture a toy, a doll of Eclipsio or something, like a flashlight, but he's a doll. You push a button, and from the top of the head, I'll have like a light. You shine it out on the ceiling, and you can make eclipses like that. That'd be a cool toy. I'm trying to see where I'm figuring that one out. I'm gonna make merchandise of all my characters. And if I get enough people that like horsing around, I may make dolls of the astronauts as horsies. This is Jimmo Rodeo, Hazy Horsey, and Horsey Jack. Oh, Jack Horsey. Jack Horsey. That's what I said. Jack Horsey. That's them as the horses in their new cartoon. How did the astronauts become horses? Well, you got to see the movie and find out because it's funny. As Fred Hayes would say, it's funny. And Big Stuff go, oh no, I don't want to be a horsey, Jim. And Jim go, well, I guess we're horsing around again. I tell ya, my boys are funny. my Apollo 13 guys. When I made the Apollo 13 cartoon when I was a little kid, nobody wanted to know who Apollo 13. They didn't care about the astronauts. I was looking to see if anything. And I tell you, I was in New York. Nobody really talked about it after the mission was over. It was like forgotten about, kind of, like. They never did any specials. I figured maybe after the first year they would have an end, but I was looking for pictures. It was hard to find things on Apollo 13 years and years ago, especially in New York. But then eventually, when I in '95, when I decided to make the movie Apollo 13 Legacy Lives On for the 25th anniversary of the cartoon. Then I all of a sudden started finding stuff on Apollo 13 mysteriously. It was kind of funny. I said, oh, now they're remembering Apollo 13 because I'm going to do a movie on the cartoon. I said, if nobody's going to make a movie on Apollo 13, I'm going to. And I did the Apollo 13 The Legacy Lives On, which is on YouTube. It's in 4 parts. It's 1 out of 4 parts. And I did the movie. As I was making the movie, I did not know that Jim Lovo thought the very same thing. If nobody's going to tell the story about Apollo 13, I'm going to write a book about it. So astronaut Jim Lovo wrote a book called Lost Moon. It must spark the interest in people because the book sold. It was all people like me who wanted to find out more about Apollo 13, which was forgotten about for so many years. Was excited because it was the 25th anniversary coming up and everybody wanted to know. So Jim made a book and it got popular because everybody wanted to know the people like me remembered Apollo 13, and it was a good thing in history to remember, which shows God's faith, the faith in God, how the Lord, through the power of prayer and the whole world united together as one, how the Lord heard the prayer and they brought the astronauts home because the astronauts did all they can do. Mission Control did all they can do. The equipment went as far as they can go. But those last few seconds, when the whole world prayed to flash down, when they couldn't do any more, there was no human hand involved, and the last few crucial sections of the mission, the Lord heard the prayer, and they returned in the air very safe. Matter of fact, I made a song called Apollo 13. Return again, Apollo 13, welcome home again. It's on one of my videos. You can see that too on the YouTube channel. And I did that in 94 because I was working on the cartoon in 94. And in 95, on the anniversary of the big stuff cartoon in April, on the mission, I finished the movie. And then I found out they were making this one about when I finished my movie. I found out that they were making a Hollywood version of Apollo 13. And I went, oh, yeah. Now you make a movie, it's over with now. Then you're past April. The movie comes out after April. It's like ridiculous. So you get the date right when it came out. Then when I looked at the movie, I went, that's not my astronauts. Damn, no, nah. That was like boring. The Apollo 13 astronauts did not act like that. They got all that wrong, their personality. They may have gotten some of the facts right, except for the first half an hour of the movie. It was all shamed. But it didn't make no sense. During the moon mission, when Jim Lovo, when Aldrin and Armstrong were walking the moon, Jim Lovo, Jack Swaggart, and Fred Hayes were not home at Jim's house having a party with their family, celebrating the moon mission. They were working at Mission Control behind the scenes. Matter of fact, Jack Swaggart was the one who wrote the contingency book of what to do when things go wrong. Because don't forget, Apollo 11 was the very first mission to the moon, which nobody knew what was going to happen. And Jack wrote a book on what would happen if they sink, how they're going to get off, if this happens, if that happens. Jack was a very smart astronaut. He helped on a big part of the whole mission. The movie made Jack Swaggart out to be a dum-dum, and I did not like that at all. This astronaut is no dum-dum. Matter of fact, I believe that if Jack Swaggart was not on that mission with his smart wisdom that the Lord has given him, went to fire the crucial burn to speed up them to get home 5 hours earlier, they would have never gotten home. And that is the mission of a command module pilot. His mission is to make sure the other 2 astronauts get home safe. along with him. And that is what Jack Swagger did. Kim Manley probably wouldn't have known what to do. And Jack Swagger had a quarrel with Mission Control because he figured out, and he had to prove to Mission Control that his plan was going to work. For 2 hours, it was late in the night of the 14th, April 14th on that mission. It was at 3:45 a.m. Mission Control finally called up to Jack Swagger after they tested everything out of the simulator. And they said, go for the burn. You're right. It wasn't for him. I went and got home. Of course, they had to shut things down sooner. So it got colder in the spacecraft because they had to save the consumables and the battery power to get back. So Swaggart knew what to do. He was a smart astronaut. That movie portrayed Mr. Swaggart the wrong way. And I don't call Jack Swaggart Mr. Big Stuff for nothing. You want to know why Jack Swaggart's name in the cartoon is called Mr. Big Stuff? And I'm going to tell you the funny thing about that, too. About Mr. Big Stuff, too. Well, Jack, because he was the tallest astronaut in the group of the Apollo astronauts, he had a nickname, one of his nicknames. He had a couple of nicknames. One of his nicknames was Big Jack. So you got the big from that. Big Stuff, Big Jack. Now, stuff comes from the saying, when an astronaut goes up in space, or they have the right training and all, every astronaut that goes into space has to have the right stuff. They got to be built with the right stuff. And the slogan of astronauts is that they got the right stuff. They got the right stuff to fly. They got all the experience to go on the mission. They have to have the right stuff. So there you get the stuff from. So you get the big from Big Jack, and you get the stuff from the right stuff. You put it together, you got big stuff. Now, after I made the cartoon, a year after I made the cartoon, after a year, when we had Unseen World Go, we had Embryo, we had Eclipsio, we were well in the cartoon stuff. Spidey the Fish, Thunder the Wasp, all the characters, Super Frog was in there, all the characters, they were all doing their thing for a whole year. I was like getting close to the year celebration of the cartoon, my first year of the cartoon. My sister used to go to work in the morning. We used to sleep in the same room, my sister and I, when she was alive. She's, of course, passed away 5 years ago, so that's why you don't see her on my videos. When she would go to work, she would have a clock radio to wake her up in the morning. So I would wake up with the music on the radio, because I had to get up soonly after her to get ready to go to school. But I didn't have to get up as early as she did. But I had no choice. I had to get up early because she turned the light on. And the radio went on. But that one morning that she had to get up early, I didn't complain. Because guess what I woke up to? There was a song playing on the radio, and I thought it was still in a dream or something. And it was going, Mr. Big Stuff, tell me, who do you think you are? And I woke up laughing. Mr. Big Stuff. You can imagine how I was like, they're making a song of my astronaut. My sister was like, what? My sister was oblivious of what I was talking about, because she was in her own world. She didn't know about my world, or my cartoons, my astronauts. But that was something. Isn't that funny? That was Mr. Big Stuff came out in 1971. myApollo 13 cartoon I made in 1970, so you can see where that goes. And that was funny. Have you ever had something like that happen to you? It wasn't no coincidence. I think our Lord meant that to happen now. That was funny. And I immediately said, Diane, when you go out to the store, can you please give me a copy of that song, that record? That's my theme song. I was being funny. I was a kid, you know. Like an 8-year-old kid here and that. Well, at that time I wasn't, 11-year-old kid. At that time I wasn't an 11-year-old kid. I was a 12-year-old kid, because it was a year after I made the cartoon. But I was 11 years old when I made the Apollo 13 cartoon, so. So that's, And I'm painting all these little feet as I'm talking to you. I'm putting the sneaker design on them. This is the one part of the thing that's detailed. And there's so many feet on these spiders, I think. Then I got to make sure I got the right amount of feet on each one, the right sets. Because when I made the spider, all the feet are not the same size. The front feet are smaller than the back feet. The middle feet are a little bigger than the other feet, so I had to make sure I got all the pairs right. So I got to carefully separate them. Actually, you can see when I put on the blue on them. Separate them in sections. That's what I've been doing, painting all the blue on them. Yeah, it's a lot of sneakers to make. I got a sneaker factory going on over here. Yeah. That's one thing Webby the spider doesn't have, all these sneakers. It's easier to make Webby. But he does have polka dots. Kind of. Polka dots look kind of like sunflowers. I'll make your Webby the spider show you when I finish my orders here. And see if people want Webby the spiders too. Oh, this is a lot of work just to make a few dollars, but it's worth it because I'm making people happy and it's helping me get back some of my money to pay bills. When you have a scammer still, when you lose your whole entire nest egg that you saved for 22 years, it sure puts a hole in your damper on you. But you know what? I didn't let it get me down because I got the Lord. As long as I stay with Jesus and I pray and I know the Lord's going to give me back with the locusts of stone. I got faith in the Lord that everything is all working for the good. I'm not going to be revengeful. I'm not going to be, just keep praying that maybe one day I get money back. But see, the Lord will never let the unjust go unpunished. So that guy's going to get what he deserves from the Lord. The revenge is up to the Lord. It's out of my hands and into his hands. He's going to handle it. But one thing I do, as long as I stay diligent and praiseworthy to the Lord and I do the right thing and I don't do anything bad or unrighteous, I know I'm going to get my reward back. And sometimes you get back things in the most unusual way. The Lord does that to you. As long as you remain faithful to him, he would remain faithful to you. And who knows? I somehow, some way, because he knows I have need of it. It all happened because I need an air conditioner. And I'm praying that I can get an air conditioner because I tell you, when the summer comes, it gets too hot to do anything. I die. And when the winter comes, those cold days, woo, I felt like I was in the Apollo 13 spacecraft. I mean, really, it gets that cold in my house. When you don't have an air conditioner, it really gets cold. So I make it funny. That's how I get by. I say, oh, back in the Odyssey again. It's cold in here, like Big Stuff says in the cartoon. Oh, the lamp is the living room, but the Odyssey is the refrigerator. That's what the astronauts actually said. The astronauts of Apollo 13 were really funny. Back to the boring movie. They did not get any humor, any funniness. Now, Jim Love was a very funny astronaut. That's why the cartoon characters are funny. Because the Apollo 13 astronauts, that's what made me love them. in the beginning. They were the most funniest astronauts. If you get to see any of the original footage of them, or hear the original audio of them, you would see how funny Jim Lovell was and Fred Hayes, especially Fred Hayes pushing the repress valve, making the other two astronauts jump. They were actually almost exactly like the cartoon. The cartoon was a little bit more funnier because I had to make up my own adventures and my own stories. But pretty much the personality came from the real astronauts. And a lot of the phrases that they say in the cartoon is actually their original phrases, some of the major phrases. I mean, there was more than just one phrase, Houston, we got a problem, or failure is not an option, which Gene Kranz never even said that. He even admits it. And when I met Jim Lovell in person, and I asked him, how did you like the movie they made of you? He looked at me like, huh? Uh, um, that's not me. And I went, yes, Jim, I agree. That's definitely not you. Not one bit of your humor was in that movie. But I got a cartoon I'm going to give you that I made of you guys before I even knew that movie was coming out. And I've been wanting to make this movie since 1970. But I needed to get more information on the mission because I didn't have anything. I just had one book, and that was all I had at that time. And I needed to get more, And when I handed it to him, I said, "You're going to like this movie," and he liked it. He wrote back to me. He's like how it was. He said it's definitely a different approach to your Apollo 13 mission. Me, and I like this one better than that movie. I'm sure that's what he meant by that. he said, I'm so glad that you have such an interest in the space program. And I guess he means his mission. Yeah. Oh, it was so nice, Jim Lovell, what he did. And then I met Fred, and I sent one to Fred Hayes. But when I sent the one to Fred Hayes, he retired from the place that he was working at when I was in New York. But then they wrote me a letter and said, Fred Hayes got the video that you sent. So okay. But I haven't got in touch with Fred Hayes. He never wrote back to me or nothing. So when I moved down to Florida, the first year I've been here, I'm looking through the newspaper and it says that Fred Hayes was going to be in person at a certain place. I immediately ran there and to meet Fred Hayes. It was a free meeting. It didn't cost anything, so I was able to go. I went there, and I had my friend drove me and said, "Gotta take me here. I gotta see Fred Hayes." It was an all-day event, pretty much. And he told his story and everything. And when I told him, Fred, I got there about half an hour earlier than before the mission, and I actually saw Fred Hayes way before the mission even started. And I talked to him for about half an hour. I spent with Fred Hayes. And I told him, you may not know me, but I'm the one who made the Apollo 13 cartoon. The second that he heard me say that, his eyes opened up like, wow, you're the one. And then I told him about the cartoon and everything. And I said, I want to work on some more movies on you guys. I wish I had more pictures of you guys that I could get better, make better cartoons. But he did. He said, "Wait a minute for a moment. I got something for you." He must have had all these pictures that he gave me. He gave me a whole bunch of pictures, probably waiting in a suitcase the day to meet me. I don't know. All I know is he gave me pictures. And my eyes opened up, and I was so happy. And then I saw his mission, and I videotaped it, and then that was a day I just loved it. It was awesome. So that's how I met my two astronauts. See how long it takes to paint these little things? I've been already an hour, and I just painted 3 colors, and I didn't finish all these feet yet. And I haven't stopped painting. My talking did not stop me from painting because I'm looking down. That's why you don't see me looking up. I'm trying to read to you guys as I'm painting. Because I'm trying to time myself and showing the audience, and showing Aaron how long, how much work it takes just to paint. Just to paint 4 spiders. This is only 4. It takes about a week or two to pour the rubber. Stick it over, make sure it comes out good. And make sure they're nice and dry and set, so I know what kind of they don't stick together. And because I was looking at the puppets too. You know, I when it's like it just takes time. I gotta figure out how I can. Well, if I can get a lot of orders for these, I gotta figure out how I can produce them a lot faster. I may have to figure out how to make a masking, and I have to make it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a duplicate of the mold so I can pour more. I gotta figure out how to. A couple of things I gotta figure out. So this is the part that takes the longest. Painting all these little feeties. Like I said, this is a sneaker factory going on over here. Yeah. Wow, they are looking great so far. And thank you. Thank you. I read what you said. Wow, they are looking great so far. Demonic. I guess that's your name. I can't see the words too good from where I am. This is tiny, and I'm not good at reading names too good, so I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I read what you said, so you know who I'm talking to, right? Hi, Aunt Jubilee. Why do you call me Aunt Jubilee? I don't have any children, unfortunately. My only children are my myApollo 13 cartoon and my cartoon characters and my puppies and my cat. Well, I only have one puppy now. My dog, my cat, my mice, my frogs, uh, my animals that I have in the house. Oh, okay. Well, I am part of a family. I'm part of the family of God, so I guess he could call me Aunt Jubilee. I kind of like that sound. We're brothers and sisters, all made from the same creator. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Just like the spider that I'm making is. This is what I'm painting, of course. All those little shoesies. That's the Spidey. That's what I'm making. Dramatic. Oh, dramatic? Okay, I got it. I guess that means great, fantastic. Is that, I don't know. Uh, there's a lot of new words in the vocabulary now that I don't really know. After all, I'm old school. Like I said, I've been 50 years making Apollo 13 cartoons, so go. We had 50 years. Then I just had my 62nd birthday. So I'm 62 years old. Actually, the funniest thing, that's how I keep track of my age, by the way. That's how I count the years of my cartoon of Apollo 13 and the mission, and that's how I don't make a mistake how old I am. Ain't that funny? I knew I was 11 years old when Apollo 13 happened. And it was 1970, so I kept adding as years go by, and I know how old I always have to add 11 years to how long the mission is. If the mission is 50 years, then I'll add 11 years. Makes me 61. Now the mission's going on 51 years, so I'm 62. But of course, I'm 62 before the cartoon becomes 62. I mean, before the cartoon becomes before the mission becomes 51. I'm getting confused right now. I'm sorry. Brain is working overtime again. Woohoo! Yeah. Four more feet to go. We get 4 more feet. I should be very tall by now. I have to say one thing. It's surely a definite feat. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny. Yeah, it's sure a definite feat to get this done. One more shoes to go. Shoes. Touch this up over here. Make sure I get that in. Uh-huh. Oh, wait a minute. Correction. 5 more feet. There was another one inside the other one. It was hiding. Little stinker. Or I should say little sneaker. Sneaker. Get little sneakers. Little sneaker. Yeah. Let's see. That's a lot of feet. 20 feet, I think it is. Yeah, 20. Yeah, really. Howdy, howdy, how you doing? I see Kenny Roger, Kentucky Roger saying howdy, howdy. I'm making antioxidants for Aaron sodas. Somebody ordered a couple of these. I've been making these. So I'm painting the feet right now. Little sneakers. These got a lot of feet. I have to keep one over here so I can see. Oh yeah, he has yellow eyes. See, I thought it was a different color. I gotta remember the colors I use. Try to make sure they all look alike. So if anybody's interested later on in the future, I'll be making merchandise of my Apollo 13 cartoon characters. I was hoping to get it done for the 50th year, but like I said, I lost all my money, and my air conditioner broke down first. Then I lost all my money because I thought I was going to get a new air conditioner, and The money scam, and I lost it all. I should have just went right ahead and did all the big stuff. And I wouldn't have lost the money. What am I gonna do? It's what happens, I guess. But look at this way. Money is just paper, so it's not something I should kill myself over or worry myself about because I know the Lord's got everything under control. I am happy. I am healthy. I got all my friends. I got my big stuff. I put all my effort and energy in what I could do. And that's what I do. Making my animated cartoons helps me stay happy. Going, being in the Lord and being in the Lord and making my cartoons makes me happy. That's what keeps me out of danger and depression or anything that the world has. I mean, if you listen to what's going on in the crazy world, you can go nuts. But I know what the Lord says, and I know the book of Revelation, and I know what's yet to come. So I got my hope in the Lord that all things are going to turn out for the good. And that's where my hope is in, not in men or princes or powers and anything in the world. Because I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. The Lord is my way I live. I got faith in the Lord, just like the faith that the world had in the Lord to pray all together in unison that the astronauts of Apollo 13 would come home. And that's what they did. They came home. Because of the power of prayer. Because the mission control did all they could do. The astronauts did all they can do. The equipment went as far as it could ever go. But when mission control couldn't do anything anymore, and the astronauts had to jettison the lamp, so they had no more control over the ship. When it was all left, nobody could, if anything went wrong, that was it. It was the power of prayer and faith that got them home all the way. And you know what? What a pinpoint perfect splashdown for a mission that was the most out of this world rescue mission in history. All because of the power of prayer, the power of Lord hearing the prayer, and the care for the sanctity of life. Life was valuable back then in those days. Fortunately, not the same today. And my heart pours out for all those millions of babies that lose their lives before they even have a chance to live. Who knows how many other beautiful artists, how many beautiful other creators, how many beautiful other astronauts could have been out of all those babies, you know? God makes a special plan for each and every one of us at the moment when the sperm meets the egg. We don't have the right to take life. God's the giver of life. That's what angers the Lord. And you know, his revenge is just up to him. He doesn't like that. And maybe by angering God by killing all those babies, I believe the Lord said they don't value life before life gets a chance to live. Whatever you do to others, the law of reciprocity. Judgment's up to the Lord. Maybe he allowed that virus to come to show how valuable life really is. See, that's angering the Lord, killing innocent, unborn children, other human beings, other babies, other beautiful creations that the Lord made. If you know this process of DNA and cellular differentiation and how all the genes work and all the creativity that's involved in God's plan of creation, how the mechanisms work and how much work goes into building a human, and from one sperm cell and one egg cell going together, they got to be living to do that and unite and get together the DNA code, break it apart, the two cells becoming 4 cells, and the 4 cells becoming, and then the baby being formed, or certain genes turning on and certain genes turning off. It's a very complex mathematical ingenious invention how the Lord's created that. That just does not happen out of nothing. Like the spider, these things will not make a spider. If I, maybe I may have all the elements, but if I just leave them here and don't do anything, they are not going to figure out how to assemble themselves to make this. Even though these are part of this, you get it. You gotta have a designer to do this. I mean, this birthday cake would not become that birthday cake unless I paint it. And that birthday cake won't have a spider to hold unless I make the spider. I mean, won't have this cake. Yeah, the cake. The spider won't hold this cake unless I make the spider hold the cake. Yeah, I say you can't have your spider and have a cake too. I'm being funny. I'm trying to make it funny. Much love. Oh, praise the Lord. I like your prayer hands. That's good. Yeah, praise God. Yeah. I am trying to save my money to try to buy a rocket fire animatronic. I got one of your spiders. Oh, you got one of my spiders? Cool. Okay. Why, you want an animatronic that I made or the animatronic that, the original animatronic that Aaron has? Unfortunately, those animatronics, you can't run them unless you have a special kind of device. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. It doesn't work with a servo controller. It works more like little thin current pulse, forward and reverse. The regular electric motors in there, they're not really servos. Not that I know of, because when I tested it out, it did not work with a servo. It worked with they're very low wattage too. You can't do a high wattage on it. It's only 2.5 volts, that's all. It's like two small batteries. Oh, mine is also. Oh, yeah, mine are done with servo motors. One of the original animatronics. You're talking about the dolls that he has. Of course, the large ones. I wish I had a real large Billy Bob, the original one. But I'm building one. I'm going to be building one. There was another project I had to put on hold too that I lost the money on. But I have an original Billy Bob face that I'm going to put on it. I bought one from Aaron. But I just have to put that project on hold for now until I get the rest of the money to finish it. So as I work on that big Billy Bob that I'm going to do, I will do videos on me putting it together. You'll see. Matter of fact, I got some videos on the big Billy Bob up online already that I've started to work on. I got to finish him yet. I know. I didn't forget about him. I just don't have the money. And I'm trying to buy the right brown plush to the right color, because that plush that I got on him is not the right color. That was just plush I had laying around that I used. I really do not like that color. And it's too heavy. That plush is too heavy to make it move right. I need the right plush. More of a lightweight plush. That was more of a heavy plush that's used for making coats, which is too heavy for the servos to move. Yes, I am building a Billy Bob, a life-size one. Look at my YouTube videos. You'll see my life-size Billy Bob. I started working on it a couple of years ago, but my money's, like I said, I saving money for that project, but I my air conditioner broke down, so whatever money I had saved for that project and a new computer and all that money I was saving for the big stuff thing I was talking about before went bye-bye. I don't have it anymore. So all that stuff, that's why I'm making all these as much as fast as I can. Just have to pay back so I get some of that money. But not a lot. That was a lot of money. It was like $8,840. That's a lot of money to lose. That took me 22 years to save all that. But it's all gone. And that was a lot of hard work. I had to make a lot of stuff. And I saved a couple of things too. You know, um, let's see. I'm doing detail work now. I'm making on the red nose. The red nose. Red hair. See, now we got the face with the red nose and red hair. Now I gotta paint the other one. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do that. Excuse me. PPS. He's so tiny. And my eyes are not like they used to be to this day. There was a time when I had really good eyesight. Now it gets a little harder to see the little details. I guess as you get older, that happens. uh, Go to horror. Number 2. And number 3. Junkie Jesus, how you doing? I'm making antiox spiders. They're in order. They're building these guys, showing you how long it takes to paint just 4 of these. I've been on here for about an hour and a half, almost. Takes a long. That's only 4. I think these little dudes here. I think they take more work than the puppet does. The only part of the puppet that's hard to do is I guess cutting it out and sewing is the parts that take a long time on the puppet. Well, that's cutting it out, sewing it, and then stuffing the pictures together. This is pulling molds, cutting out pattern, sewing, stuffing, and attaching things together, assembling. So there's more work on a spider, believe it or not. And it's smaller. Usually, the smaller something is, the more work there is on it. If you're working tiny, more details, the more inty binty. Now we get the fourth one. I got the fourth head painted with the red. Hello. I love the spiders. They are one of my favorite bugs next to cockroaches. You like cockroaches? Yeah. One time I had a cockroach infestation. Yeah. I can't get rid of those suckers for nothing. Until I had well, I tell you, it took me a while to get rid of them. It was like, you know what I did? I used to hunt them at nighttime. They used to be in my bedroom. Somehow, one cockroach got in my dresser drawer and made babies. And I didn't know about it till I went into my clothes, that other drawer there, and noticed there was cockroaches in there. Yuck. There was one of the drawers I didn't use too much. It was on the bottom. I didn't have no food or nothing. I don't know how they wound up in there. And then I saw cockroaches come down from the ceiling, and my whole room was infested. So I used to have to hunt them at nighttime. They came out at nighttime when I was sleeping. Oh, so I got up, I got a container. I hunted all of them, grabbed them wherever I found them, stuck them all in a container, fed them all to my frogs. My frogs had a good dinner. So I got rid of them all. Leave them to my froggies. I tell you, and then I had to clean out the whole dresser and I take all the clothes, wash all the clothes. It was really a mess. As Taze would say, it's really a mess. Sure was, but I got rid of them. You like cockroaches? Well, he's grown. Maybe as a cartoon character, yeah. You won't want him in your house, will you? Can I explain the cardboard cutouts? Are you talking about my Apollo 13 astronauts behind me? That movie? This guy's? I don't know what you mean by cardboard cutouts. How do they move? There's a motor there's a motor on them that's on a shift kind of gear. It's one of those clock motors, like a display motor, or they call them deer motors. And it's got a pivot on it that turns around like a wheel. And then there's a wire that goes up and down, which is attached to, say, a pivot point right here that's pushing him up and down. And then this head's connected to a pole in the back on a wire. So as he swings back and forth, he moves like that. Oh, great. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Those are my boys. They keep me company. That's Jack Swaggart. He's the big stuff. That's Jim Lovell. He's the commander. He's the funny one. And also, he's a sneaker and the explorer. This guy is Fred Hayes. Yeah, my boys from Apollo 13. He reads the Bible to the kids. Who reads the Bible to the kids? Are you talking about Jim Lovell? Yeah, he does. When their family, if you're talking about that, when they were young, I don't know. When you say he reads the Bible to the kids, you're talking about Paul 13, Jack Swaggart, Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes. Yeah. He did. They have kids. Actually, the movie portrayed the kids the wrong way. They were a Christian family. They were a peaceful family. When the older daughter during the mission would go to when Jim was in space, and they would pray to the Lord every day. And the older daughter would go to sleep with the Bible in her bed and pray to the Lord to tell the Lord, please let my father come home. They never showed that stuff. A lot of things out of Apollo 13 they didn't show. That movie didn't make it out. That movie made the kids out to be brats, which they weren't. They were very disciplined families. The families of Fred Hayes and the family of Jim Lovell, and Fred Hayes, I was a reverse on the computer, were very disciplined. So was Jack Swaggart's family too. Of course, Jack Swaggart wasn't married, so he didn't really have a family of his own. But the family he came from was like that. An animatronic I built for my church. Oh, okay. You made an animatronic that teaches the Bible? That is awesome. That's the kind of thing I do too. When I get the animatronic Billy Bob done, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make animatronics. I have animatronics of the big stuff. Did you see my movie? I'm going to be doing things like that too. My cartoon characters. I'm thinking about making smaller ones. So they're going to be doing that. And I got Logos the Lion, which is he's going to do that too. If you look at my YouTube channel, I got my cartoons Quest for the King, Journey into Paradise. That were the first animatronics I made. I show that also. Was when I first learning how to do it. How do you think they cooked down the inside of what? Wait. How do you think they cooled down the inside of the Apollo? When I shut everything down after the big burn, the coldness of space got them very cold. All the instruments were shut down to conserve battery power. They didn't have no heaters on, so like me, with no air conditioner, the outside environment was very cold. And outside deep space is cold. There's no sun really. And now, of course, they kept the spaceship in a rotation so that one side of it doesn't get too hot and one side didn't get too cold. That then whatever heat from the sun will keep a certain temperature, but they were cold. It was like maybe 40 degrees or so, maybe 30 degrees in there. Then there's some space. Does that answer your question? Yeah, Apollo 13 astronauts did have a heating system and a cooling system in their spacecraft. But Apollo 13 had to shut everything down. They couldn't use those things. So they had to rotate, the ship was rotating. The natural heat of the sun, whatever sun shined in, and whatever the cold space, tried to keep this spaceship at a stable temperature. But it was cold. You're just confused by so many things. But batteries were giant, giant back then. Yes, batteries are giant back then. But the fuse cells, when the oxygen tank broke down, an explosion started in space, they needed the fuse cells. They needed the oxygen to pump the generators, to pump the energy that caused the fuse cells to keep being recharged. When they lost the oxygen tank and they lost the power in the fuel cells, because when the explosion happened, it destroyed all the fuel cells they had. So those big batteries were no good anymore. They were exhausted. The only battery power they had was very little in the command module, which they needed for the splashdown, and very little 3-day amount of battery power in the LEM. So they had to cut everything down so the wattage didn't. They had to conserve every inch of power. And they had to siphon power from other things to keep it going. They had everything. One light bulb burned more electricity. 100-watt light bulb burned more electricity than the whole Apollo 13 spacecraft did at that time. Because I shut everything down. That's why it was cold. Hi, Jubilee. Hi, how you doing? I'm making antiox spiders. Your church is going to close. Why? Because of the pandemic? I know, it's lousy. They persecute. Don't keep praying to the Lord that doesn't happen. Still stay in the faith, even if the church closes down. Make sure you continue looking at there's a lot of sermons online you can look at. And also read your Bible and keep in the Word. Keep your relationship with the Lord and keep your relationship with your church friends if that ever happens. Never give up your faith. Always stay strong with the Lord because we're going to need the Lord to get through these hard days. For we are in the last days. I believe the revelation of God. If you read the book of Revelation, chapter 13, chapter 14, you'll see where chapter 13 is what's going on now. And chapter 14 is what's going to happen, how the Lord's going to, how everything's going to turn out. Satan is going to go down. He's not going to be as powerful long. It may look bad, but God, our God is strong. He's going to overcome. So stay strong in the faith. Pray that your church don't close down. I'm praying for that too. I pray for all the people of faith. They need the protection of the Lord. My heart pours out for all you. Now we're putting the cream inside the cake. Yes, that's what you got to do. That's a good thing to do. Keep praying. That's where miracles happen. That prayer and faith are the engines that move the hand of God. And enough. That's how the I was talking about before about the Apollo 13 astronauts coming home, because the whole world prayed in the very last few seconds of the mission, where it was crucial, where no human being could do anything anymore because they didn't have they had it when they jettisoned the lamb. The equipment couldn't do anything anymore. Mission control couldn't do anything anymore. It was all up to the Lord to make sure they got the trajectory would get them perfect. If they came in too steep, they'll burn out. Too shallow, they'll bounce off into orbit. But you know what? Because the power of prayer, he made sure they got home pinpoint perfect splashdown. So prayer, you see, you can never be too far away from God, is what I'm trying to say. The astronauts were between Earth and Moon, and the Lord heard the prayers. The whole world got together, united as one. So if the whole church unites together at the altar, that it won't close down, or something good is going to happen at us, the Lord will prevail. He'll help you guys, as long as you stay strong in the faith. I don't know your. I didn't know you. I didn't know. What's that word mean? I don't know what word you mean, Jean. I don't know you. God bless. Streamed. I didn't know you streamed. God bless. Don't know what you're trying to tell me. I bless God all the time. Nobody gonna tell me not to say God bless you. I praise the Lord. I'm a child of the living God. He created me. I give credit where credit's due. He is my designer. He's my creator. I'm going to praise him. And so is my cartoon characters. Because without God, we're nothing. We wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here. I won't be able to do what I'm doing right now. He gave me the talent to do all this. I wouldn't do nothing. He's the one who gave me the talent and the wisdom to do what I do. And, he's the one who taught me how to do all this stuff, making these things move, make the cartoons, make the spiders, figure out how to do this stuff. The Lord gifted me. I told the Lord, apart from the Lord, I could do nothing. I mean, after all, the Lord is the very one who gave me the life that I live to be able to do it. Now we're making birthday cakes platter. Amen. Yeah, praise the Lord. That's good. You know what amen means? You're telling God, so be it. Do your thing, God. I agree with you. I'm in agreement with you, God. That's what amen means. That's why we end our prayers in amen. Saying, I agree with you, God, so do your thing. Yeah. Go, your way is the best way. There is no other way. The Lord's way. Making all the birthday cakes, little dishes. Yeah, the saucer. I'm painting that right now. Make sure I got it all. There we go. See, now you got the birthday cake all nice and painted up. You have to leave? Okay. I'll see you next time then. You have a great day. Keep praying in the Lord, uh, and He'll bless you. I pray your church stays open. I'll put you in my prayers. Okay, coat reviews. I think coat review. Okay, I think that's what your name is. I'm trying to see your name from a distance. Yeah. Okay, keep praying. The Lord will keep you strong. Let's see. Gotta get this here. I need a little yellow. Yellow fellow, like a little embryo. I'm a cute little yellow fellow. And that is who I am. I always like to play with. I'm busy. Let's see. Now look from the yellow. Hey, embryo, where the yellow go? Did you know my yellow? There we go. We got the little yellow. Pretty cute little yellow fellow. Hey, Eclipsio's yellow too. Yeah, they're cousins, that's why. You have to go. See you. See you. Looking to see if anybody else. Okay. Now make the eyeballs. Here's the spider eyeballs. It's just a real detailed job now. Each one of these little faces, these some eyes I can't see. I can't see where I'm going. I got a eyeballs. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. Now you can see. I got to put little eyeballs inside. Little dots when it dries. Oh, but that's that ball on. Wow. See, I'm almost 2 hours. It takes me 2 hours to pay for every 4. Oh, a little more than 2 hours. I can see. Now, on each of the birthday cakes, on the candles, we got to give these a little yellow tip on the candles. A little birthday cake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whoever's online. Happy birthday to you. Woo! That's my birthday cake for the spiders. Like I said, I just had my birthday. My 62nd birthday. January 9th. Uh-huh. I'm lighting the candles. The birthday cakes. I'm lighting the candles. I'm lighting the candles on the birthday cake. Lighting the candles on the birthday cake. Lighting the candles on the birthday cake. Now they're all lit. To light the candles. See? Ooh, light the candles. Happy birthday again to you and everybody. Ain't that cool? Yeah. I put the birthday cakes over here for now. See, you gotta make me funny. Gotta be funny. I forgot to do one thing on Spidey. We gotta make the smile faces, the little mouths. I forgot to paint his little mouths. That one I gotta do it in a brush. Need to get the little thing in a brush. See, with the mouthy, the mouthy. This one's a little bit enough, yeah. Smile, smile. Oh, how to see this. Okay. That's a lot of work. It's about 2 hours it takes to paint 4 of those spiders. Yep. Now you know how why it takes so long, guys. They're waiting for spiders. I tell you, Spider takes a lot of work. I'll show you the other thing I'm working on purpose. Now, of course, when these dry, I got to do touch-ups on them. There's a few things I have to touch up. Little, need to make sure, go look up everything. Let me show you the puppet I'm working on. Give me a moment. You can watch my boys do that thing. See, I'm going to be making merchandising on big stuff, like little dolls, embryo. So I'll be working on some of those things later on. After I do all these orders. If anybody's interested in big stuff dolls, let me know. I'll see how I can go about doing that. Like I said, I need a lot of people who are interested for me to do it. Yeah. Stuff. Trying to put something somewhere so it'll be on the floor, but I guess I. Hold on. Okay, I don't really want to put that on the floor, but we don't have a lot of space. And this is the other things I'm working on. These little guys. Hi there, I'm my old smooth. Ha 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 ha. Yep, the old puppets are being made. There's only one problem. Those the hairs. See the color of the hair, the fuzzy wuzzies. It's hard to find this color of fuzz. It's hard to find orange fuzzies. Gonna have to try to figure out something else to be used. And she's running out of black fabric for the clothes. Sometimes the clothes may change. So, and then the yellow plush. It takes so much time to find colors. I wish it could be different colors. It'd be easier. Well, it also takes a lot of time to sew. But I think those little sweaters take more work. Ain't it hard to believe that there's a lot of work in these little things more? It's funny, but that's how it is. This takes a little longer to put together because a lot of steps. This is just cut out the pad, cut out the pieces, the different colors, fabrics, and sew it together and stuff it. This is cut out the pieces, sew it together and stuff it, the little body, sew all the legs in, uh, pull all the rubber parts like I did there, paint all the parts, and then assemble. The assembly takes just as long as the painting because I gotta pull all these little tiny feet through, pop little holes and pull through a plier. A lot of work, and then sew the heads on, and the little guys a lot of work. The only thing that's really hard to know is putting the skin inside to make the sleeve, to make the mount wound. Still gotta find that fabric too, huh? Yeah, I'm running out of fabric. It's hard to find these colors. Gonna have to change some of the color scheme maybe if I can't find certain colors. I have to see what Aaron says. No, I'm doing the best I can. I didn't think I was gonna get all these orders. Like I see, and it's very hard now because of the pandemic. It's hard to find fabric. A lot of stores don't have the stuff anymore. That's the problem too. It's another reason why I can't find certain colors. Probably certain things you have to buy a whole lot of just to get a little bit. They don't sell you a little bit. You gotta have a lot of money and buy a big lot. Well, this is the one of the big stuff plushes that I made way back in the day. So if anybody's interested in big stuff dolls, it's my original cartoon character, and this is my Mr. Big Stuff doll. I'm gonna see if I get these reproduced because I know a friend in the toy factory may be able to help me out with that. But I need enough orders before I could do that. If anybody wants big stuff dolls. Oh, be doing big stuff merchandising. Yeah, I'm Biggie. Yay. You gotta make everybody over there, everybody else too, right? Yeah, Eclipse everybody. I got Jim and Hayes like this too. I just got a lot of them up in the closet. I made them years ago when I was working in a toy factory because I was hoping in 1995 I was going to produce these. But can't get the open door there. New York is supposed to be the land of opportunities. Nah, not anymore. I think here in Florida is a lot better. People like the astronauts here. I may have a better chance here on YouTube, promoting it myself. You know, we gotta do what you gotta do. Right, big stuff. Right on. Well, mostly has to finish off all those little things on the spiders yet and close out the video because we've been here for 2 hours painting spiders. Ah. Yep. So if anybody's interested, let me know. I'll see what I can do. So I've been working on that too. By the way, if anybody's seen my new video I just uploaded called Horsing Around with the big stuff guys, the Apollo 13 astronauts, it's up online now. That's my newest cartoon. I'm trying to produce as many cartoons on big stuff as I can. My goal is to make a cartoon series. So I have a whole season of big stuff cartoons from the past, present, and more. This is more of an old idea, but a new story that I just did this one. I had fun doing this one. This is I was horsing around with this one. If you notice, the astronauts are horses in this one, kind of. How did they become horses? Well, you got to see the story and find out. This is a Jimmo Rodeo, Hazy Horsey, Horsey Hazy, and this is Jack Horsey, or Horsey Jack, Jack Horsey. I think sounds better, kind of. But that's the nickname I gave them. But they don't say that name in the cartoon. I just said that later on after I made the movie. I should give them. I was thinking about making plush toys of them like this too. I would like to see that one. Maybe funny, as Fred Hayes would say. That is funny. Well, go see Horsing Around. You'll like it. It's kind of funny. I'm a delight. Thank you. Give me thumbs up for that one. That's what I try. That's the reason why I do these videos. I want to cheer people up because the whole world is sad. And we need a lot of laughter in the world. And like I say in that cartoon, the Horsing Around, a little laughter goes a long way. A little laughter makes a hard job light. Although laughter's the perfect medicine. It helps everything, you know. I tried to center everything a little better there. Sometimes when you see my boys, I don't want to block them. That's my boys. My boys. A little thirsty from talking. No, I've been doing this for 2 hours now, and I think it's time to I call this one a close out. Well, now you know how much work goes into making each and every one of these parts. I still got to put the eyes on him, touch up a little bit on the mouth where I smudged it. Because the light in here is very dark now. I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing. But I always have to touch up the final details. And then I'll show you. Maybe I'll do another video showing you the other steps, how long it takes. These guys, I ran out of pipe cleaners. I got to go to the store and get some. It's so hard to find a package of solid black or brown pipe cleaners. I kind of like the brown on this because it gives it a contrast. But I also can make them with black legs. So some of them may have black legs and some have brown legs. It's because of what I find with pipe cleaners. It's very hard to find the colors I'm looking for. I know I can't use any of the other colors that I have. The spider won't look good with green legs, and it won't look good with orange legs or red legs. So either got to be black or brown. That's the only way I can get them to look the way I want them to look, you know. Well, this is the little spider. See, as you can see, I got to do dots inside his eyes yet, and then it's be done. And then I put them all together and make them. And I got to put the little, glue the little beard. He's got a beard, the spider. He's got a little chinny chin chin. He's like the woolly bully. I can say he rises say the sham with the beard. And you got the little candle and those sneakers. This is the part of the spider that's the job. These little feeties, put these feet on. I gotta pop a hole through the rubber and go crazy with a plier, pull it through and try to get a hole in there. And after I finish doing a couple of these, my fingers hurt and I ooh. But you know, that's how you have to put it together. Well, like I said, it takes 2 hours just to paint just to paint 4 of these little tiny details. Yeah, I have to figure a way I could do it much faster, but that's what it is. So, but I don't want to lose the quality. I have to figure out how to do it faster, but keep the same quality because quality is important. Thank you for giving me a late happy birthday. That's good. Well, everybody, this is RG Jubilee. And of course, Biggie. It's my original Biggie. Hi, just original Biggie. Hi, Biggie. It's my Biggie. Yep. It's me, Rosalie Gratiano. My boys and I saying, have a great day. And I'll see you in the next live video. I love all my fans. This virtual kiss goes out to all of you. Have a blessed day. Keep healthy. Keep happy. Keep strong in the Lord. Pray that the Lord protects you through this virus and the situations that go on around the world. Keep up, so say, faith, laughter, and enjoy each other. Just enjoy the moment. Even though it looks bad out there, don't let that rubber find you. Keep what is good. Think on all the good things. And you'll see how easy all the depression and all the misery will go away. Pray for your loved ones that are struggling. Tell them too to look to the Lord. He will give them strength in these hard days. The Lord is strong. He'll pull you through, no matter. If the Lord can pull Apollo 13 home from and give everybody the wisdom to get these guys home between Earth and Moon and make the most out of this world rescue mission possible through the power of prayer, how much more can he help your situation? Also, if God can feed all the animals of the air, the animals and the birds of the air, how much more would he feed you? He's always there. Have no fear. The Lord's there. He'll help you. As you remain faithful to him, he'll remain faithful to you. He'll help you through whatever life brings your way. He is the anchor through the storm. He'll pull you through. As long as you have faith, there's nothing you cannot do. So I leave it with those good words. I leave you a great day. And hope to see you soon. I gotta get these spiders done on the way. All right, Aaron. If you're seeing this video, see you around. I'm still working on the spiders. I'll get them done as soon as I can. As you can see, they're in process. Now I'll put them together and paint them and finish them off and sew with the bodies and all that kind of stuff. You know, throw the hands and fingers and gotta find the pipe cleaners. I hope I have enough I have in the house. I hate one of them. I know I could get the one made because I know I got enough for one. I hope I have enough for the other 3. I'm praying I can find the right colors. You know, I have to probably paint them but they won't look right. They won't be fuzzy. I gotta go and see if I can find them because I got light brown ones. Light brown ones won't look right. I have to look. I have to see. Green won't look right. Red definitely won't look right. White definitely no. No, no. I had to find black or brown. I'll find them. Well, other than that, I'll see you around. You have a good day. And Sergeant Jubilee saying, Roger it out. And see you in the next video. Bye for now.